Hello there and welcome to this Tech Explorers channel. Today we will be discussing investment, all right? And specifically, this will be targeted at Nigerians and Africans generally. And of course, if you do not reside in the continent of Africa, this can also be beneficial to you. Now, many people have asked a series of questions about how you can actually invest in companies like Apple, companies like Microsoft, companies like Meta that owns Facebook, Instagram, and the newly rolled out feature Threads. All right, how you can basically take part in investing in most of these US owned companies and other internationally owned companies, all right, from the comfort of your continent, Africa, or your country, like in my case, Nigeria. So I'll be showing you exactly how you can go through this process, how you can actually invest with as little as $1. All right, $1 presently in my local currency is just about 790 naira. All right, so with as little as $1, you can begin to buy investments or shares of companies like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, and so many other companies like that. So the first thing you want to do is to head over to your Play Store if you are an Android user, or your App Store if you are an iPhone user, and simply search for the app called Bamboo. All right, Bamboo is spelled this: BAMBOO. Okay, Bamboo. So you search for that particular app on your market store and then download the app. Once you download the app, it brings you to an interface like this as soon as you open the app. So if you do not have an account with the app, all right, you would need to create an account. I'll also be leaving a link in the description below that easily takes you to where you can download the app if you do not know how to navigate all this. All right, so with the link below, just on that description of the video, you can get that, and then you may also want to use my referral link just to support this channel. Okay, so if you do not have an account, like I said, you want to start the process all over by clicking on Start Building Wealth. But if you already have an account with them, then you can go ahead and use the option to log in. All right, so if you have an account, you want to log in right here. Okay, and if you don't have an account, you just need to click on the green icon which reads Start Building Wealth. So we'll be starting this process afresh for those who do not have an account, so that you can learn how you could begin the process. So I'll quickly head over to Start Building Wealth, and then it asks me what country am I residing. I'll choose the country of my residence, which is Nigeria. Please make sure that you are choosing a country whose identity you have, all right? Because along the line, you may be asked to verify your identity with a government-approved ID card or anything of sort. So you don't want to get stuck along the line, all right? So here I'll be choosing Nigeria in this case, and I would need to put all this information accordingly, all right? You have the first name, last name. Just scroll through everything and make sure that everything is properly filled, okay? So give me some minutes, I'll fill out this and then click on next. Meanwhile, ensure that you check this box right here. That is the agreements to the Bamboo agreement, the policies and terms of services. Once you're done with that, you can head over to next. Also, you may want to use my referral code. I really do recommend that, and I would appreciate if you use that. So my referral code is Pius Marcellino 191684. All right, that is my referral code. I would also be dropping that in the description below, so you can copy that if you feel like supporting this channel. Okay, so right now I will just head over to fill out all this information, and then I'll click on next. All right, so give me a minute, let me jump right into that. All right, so having clicked on next after filling out the form, a verification code has been sent to the phone number that you used to register. Okay, so you want to head over back to your phone. Of course, this is a mobile setup, so a phone number is expected to pop up on your screen. So once you receive the phone number code, you ought to impute that verification code right into this box, all right, just to verify your account. Okay, so you want to ensure that you supply the active phone number of your choice. 067043. All right, this was the code we got on our phone, and we would go ahead and click on next. Okay, the code is gone through. We are asked to create a transaction PIN. All right, you want to choose the 4-digit PIN, just any number that you can always remember, because whenever you're making a transaction on this app, this is the PIN that you'll be requested to impute. All right, so in my case, I could just impute any number. Let's say all right, so that's the number. I have to confirm the code again. And once that is confirmed, the transaction PIN has been successfully created. And then you head over to activate your wallet. Of course, you can skip this option by clicking on maybe later, but why would you do that? Head over to activate your wallet and just complete the process. So you click on activate wallet, and then you'll be asked to impute your BVN. All right, this is specifically for Nigerians. All right, it may be different for your different country, but for Nigeria, this is a number, a biometric verification number that every citizen in Nigeria has. All right, so you want to head over to your BVN app or wherever it is that you can get yours from, and then check out your BVN number and simply impute it right into that section. For some other countries, this may not be part of your process. All right, so I have imputed my BVN number, okay? And then the next thing you want to do is to connect a wallet, all right? You will be asked to go ahead and connect a wallet. So now you want to impute or connect the bank details, so to say. You want to connect your bank details by imputing your bank name and your bank account number. All right, this can be with your local bank. Okay, so once you impute your bank account number, the name on your bank will automatically pop up. Okay, the two information that you need to impute there is the name of your bank and your bank account number. Once that is imputed, the name of your bank or the name on your account will automatically be populated for you. And then you click on next, it brings you here showing you that your wallet is active. All right, so the next thing, if you follow this thread, you can see here it says your wallet is active, the bank account details has been connected. Both are showing the green color, but there is a section showing a red icon or an orange icon, so to say, and that is asking you to make your first deposit. Okay, you can go ahead and make your first deposit, or you can skip that section. So let's assume that you want to make your first deposit. All you need to do is click on make deposit, and then it's going to ask you, how do you want to make a deposit? You want to make a deposit in USD, or you want to make a deposit in Nigerian Naira. Okay, so you can choose any of these. Let's say I want to use Nigerian Naira. Here we go. All right, and I could just put in as little as 5,000, okay, which is recommended, and you can see the equivalent there is $6. So as little as 5,000, you can even go with just $1, which is 790 naira, just as you can see there. Minimum deposit is 790, all right? But of course, investment is about a long-term plan, right? So you want to just deposit money there and probably forget about it. Of course, you don't want to forget the details, but you can forget about the money there, let it grow for you exponentially. All right, so you can use this as a saving plan. Just cut out some part of your monthly earnings and deposit it there while it grows. So I could recommend, instead of going as low as 790, of course, that means you're not ready for investment, you could go with, say, 5,000 every month, or maybe 10,000 every 2 or 3 months. Okay, and then the equivalent of that, as at the time of recording this video, is $6.33. All right, so what you want to do is click on deposit, and once you click on deposit, it gives you options. You can either use the first option, which is Sterling bank transfer. Okay, an account number has already been populated for you right here. You could just click on this icon. All right, this icon, once you click on it, it copies the account number, and then you can use your mobile banking app to make a transfer to these account details. All right, make a transfer to this account details right here. Once you make a transfer to the account details and the money hits this account, it will automatically reflect in your Bamboo wallet. All right, that is how that works. Or you could go ahead and link your card. Mind you, there is a fee attached in each of the process. Bank transfer costs you this $100 flat, and then card transfer costs you that. So you want to take note of those while you are making this transaction. So you could link your card or make a bank transfer. Once you do that, the money goes straight into your wallet, and then we would now head over to the home section and see other things that can be done on this app. So we headed 2 steps backwards so that we can return to click on maybe later, where we were asked to make a deposit. You can click on maybe later. All right, that was what I did. Went back 2 steps and then clicked on maybe later. And that took me to the home section, and this pop-up came to the screen welcoming me to Bamboo. All right, you could take your time to read through this if you don't want to, or you could just click on continue to continue reading through the process. So as you can see on my screen, some of the things that Bamboo helps you to do is to buy shares, which is the first thing. You're going to be buying US stock market or invest in the US stock market by buying shares and becoming a part owner of a global company or global companies such as Apple, Microsoft, and many of them. All right. And then the second thing that you can do with Bamboo is to make a fixed deposit return where you can get as much as 8% annual interest every year. All right. Of course, this transaction will be done in fixed income dollar. All right. That is in dollars particularly. Of course, whenever we're talking about any other currency, you can always use your local currency to make a deposit, and then that will be converted over time to the dollar. If you continue, you'll be told what to do next. Of course, you don't need all this because that is why I am guiding you through this tutorial. So here we are in the home section. If you had made any deposit whatsoever, you will find the available balance right in this section. Your available balance will show up here in the dollar equivalent. All right, the dollar equivalent of whatever you have made deposit of would show up in your available balance. Okay, that said, you can also scroll to the right. Okay, you scroll to the right, and then you would find where you can make your fixed deposit. Sorry about that. This is how you make your fixed deposit. Okay, fixed deposit is all about putting in some certain amount. It could be $100 for a full year. And as the name implies, fixed means you cannot touch it until the year is complete or until the time you have chosen to make that deposit is complete. All right. And once you want to make a fixed deposit, all you need to do is just click on invest now. You can see that. And then it takes you through the process, asking you how much you want to invest. I can say $100. All right. And then just below it, it tells me the equivalent of that money in my local currency. So it means I have to deposit 79,000 naira in my local currency just to get the equivalent of $100. Okay. Once I've made that, it also makes you understand that you can deposit as little as $1 for this very adventure. All right? I call it an adventure because it's a long-term process. You really do not know what the outcome is, but for fixed deposits, you are guaranteed of your profits, 8% annual profits. All right. So once this is done, you go ahead and choose how long you want to invest this money for. You want to invest it for just 90 days, and this is the interest rate. For 180 days, for 270 days, or for 364 days, that's a full year for you to get the 8% interest. Okay, you can decide to choose anyone, say 1 year, and then you can review your investment by clicking on review investment. All right, once you click on review investment, it shows you what needs to be done, and then you go ahead and proceed. Proceeding means you want to deposit money. Okay, You can either deposit in dollars if you have a dollar wallet, a dollar card or something. Here you can see there's insufficient fund right here. So you go ahead and deposit in Naira, or you use your MasterCard or Visa card to connect your card and make a deposit for this transaction. All right. But right here, we would not be making any deposit whatsoever. You can also use this more option to connect your Visa card or your MasterCard in dollars. All right. If you have it. So we will not be going through all this method because we are not necessarily making any fixed deposit. So we go back all the way and then return to where we were, which is still the home section. Now, you want to buy stocks. But before we go ahead and buy stocks, let's go through some of the platform icons. Right at the extreme bottom here, the first page is where we are presently, which is the home section. All right, the home section gives you an overview, a summary overview of everything that you can see on your app. Okay, scrolling all the way down, you will see different companies that you can invest in. In fact, they show you the top movers. The top movers shows you those who have made some gain so far in the weekly stock. All right, you can see this TRDA company. You click on it. You want to learn a few about them. You can see the stock. Each of their stock costs $16, which is an equivalent of 13 Naira, 145.60. All right, 13,000 rather, 13,145 Naira, 60 kobo. All right, that is my local currency in Nigeria, but the equivalent is $16.64. All right, so how this works is if I can make a deposit of this amount, I would have 1 unit of share in this company according to their calculation. All right, I'll have 1 unit of share in this company, and as you can see, the market is currently open, so I can buy and it begins to trade like that. As at this time of recording this video, you can see that the market has gained 1.96%, and that is an equivalent of 32 cents in dollars. Okay, meaning if I had bought this, all right, before this increase, my money would have increased by 32 cents. And adding that to what I bought it for would make my money about $16.96. And that is an increase for me. Okay. You may also want to go down the way to read about the company. You can see here, you say Entrada Therapeutics Incorporation operates as a blah, 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 and so on. You can go down further to still read more about them. You would even be given some information about the CEO, so you can search them up. You know, you don't just want to invest in any kind of company. You want to make your own research and see if the company is worth investing in. You want to know who are those behind them, especially the CEO. You know, how reputable are they? What have they done in the past? And that is why LinkedIn is there for you. Make your research, make your findings, and you know where to put in your money. Also, if you look at the top icon here, you will see this logo of a heart. You can see a heart icon, sorry. You can see a heart icon here. All right. This is usually used by Bamboo users to keep a watch list. Watch list is simply a list of companies that you are trying to keep track of so that you know how they are doing stock wise. Whether you want to buy from them, you can use the watch list to keep track of when the stock falls so that you can buy when the stock is low. So to do that, you just want to click on that icon, and then as soon as you click on it, you can see the icon there comes up and it shows you that you already have added this as a watch list. To remove it from your watch list, click on it again, and that will take it out of your watch list. Okay, that said, let's go back. If you want to read more, obviously, you can always come all the way down to click on more, show more, to learn more about this company. All right, show more will show you more about them, and then you can keep on reading as much as you want. Okay, Google is always your friend. You can go ahead and search the company and see how they are doing stock wise. All right, so that is briefly that for this company. We head back and see other things. So here we can always scroll all the way to see what is happening with other top movers and top losers or whatever it is. All right. You can also click on this section which shows you see all. All right, see all, and then you click on that to show you other top movers. All right, top movers may not necessarily be showing green, just as you can see. It simply means those that have actually gotten a profit increase from the last time, or from last week's stock, or from yesterday's stock, whatever. Okay, as long as there's an increase in their stock, it moves ahead. All right, and it shows you the green number. Okay, so that is for the top movers. We can also head over back downwards, and then you can see the stock of the month. Stock of the month simply means from the judgment of this company Bamboo, they have chosen the stock that actually did well for the month, and that is in this case Adobe. All right, so if I were you, in this case, what I want to do is to head over to Adobe and check it as a watch list and keep track of it to know when you can buy. And if you even have money, of course, you already know Adobe is a big company already, all right, and which doesn't seem to going to be fading out anytime soon. So these are the kind of company you want to invest in. You check them out, you buy shares from them, and you keep the money to keep growing there. Okay. If you scroll all the way further down, you will see other companies doing excellently well. In this case, you can see Apple at this price, $190.36. You can see Amazon at $127.90. You can see DIS, that's Walt Disney, at $88.14. You can see Energy Transfer Equity LP at $12.96 All right. So what happens is this: if you want to buy, say, 1 unit of share of Apple product, or rather 1 unit of share of Apple's company, you need to buy at $190.36. You may say, whoa, that is too much for me. Let's click on Apple. You can even see Apple is down by 0.41%, but does it mean that they will never do well again? Of course not. Apple is still going to be producing a lot of phones, mobile phones, a lot of Apple MacBook, and so on and so forth. So Apple is not a company that's going to fade out anytime soon. All right. So sometimes the market is going up, sometimes it's coming down, sometimes it's picking up again. You just want to be strategic, and that's why I usually recommend that whatever money you're pushing here, this is not like crypto, okay, or any other thing of sorts. So you want to make sure that the money you're putting here is not the money you are depending on. It's a money you can let go for a long period of time, okay? And that's why I recommend as low as 5,000, maybe twice a month or once a month or whenever you can afford it. Just pushing the money and leave it there. Let it grow while you are still alive, okay? It could be an investment that you want to do for your kids. You never can tell. So in this case, you may say $190 is too much. How can I buy this? You can still go ahead and buy with as low as $1. Okay, all you need to do is come down to this section here where you have buy. All right, you click on buy and it takes you to how you can buy. It says stocks trading account not activated. All right, I haven't activated this, so I can proceed to activate it. Okay, so here it's asking me to, of course, answer some few questions about my investment profile. Here it says, please answer this question to help us customize your investment experience. All right, so go ahead and fill that out. Employment, you can choose whatever you want to choose. As a student, you are employed, you're retired, whatever it is, just choose accordingly. Here you can say you're employed. What is your occupation? You want to choose that. So you want to scroll down to see which category fits your occupation. In this case, I will go ahead and choose healthcare for the person I'm creating this account for. What is your position? Okay, you can go ahead and choose what position aligns with what you're doing presently. Okay, you can see different options. In this case, I'll choose for this person a social worker. All right. Now we move to the next category, which is the employment name. All right, or the employer name. What is the employer's name? You want to fill that in. And then head over to marital status, which is single in this case. Number of children, you can say 0 for now. If you have, you fill according to how it applies to you. What is your investment goal? This is very crucial. Do you want to be an active trader, You want to be a frequent trader. You want to go into trading infrequently when I see an opportunity, or you want to do a long-term buy and holding, which is what I recommend. Okay. What is your experience of trading? Preferably, I would just say choose none if you don't have any experience of trading. But if you do have an investment experience, you can choose the number of years that you know. What is your risk tolerance? All right. Preferably, you go with low risk. All right. If you're very good at investing, you can choose moderate or speculative or high risk according to how it applies to you. In this case, I'll choose low risk. Okay. What is your source of wealth? Is it your company sale? Is it gift? Is it inheritance? Sales? All these are just to have an idea of the kind of opportunity that they can present to you over time. All right. So you can go ahead and just use savings from salary. Okay. And then you head over to assets. Do you want any liquid? Do you have any assets whatsoever? What's the value of the assets you have? You could just choose anything. Let's say 0 to 9 million. That should work. Okay, an average person would do that. What is your net worth? You could just go that and choose the same. What's your yearly income? Just feel something random. Okay, 0 to 9 million, and then agree with their terms of service and go ahead and click on next. Once you do that, it brings you to affiliations. Are you affiliated or work with a US broker dealer or whatever? You can choose that. If you are affiliated as a director, officer, or 10% shareholder of a US public company, you can choose that, or none of the above. I'll choose none of the above and I'll click on next. Okay. And so we are all done. Now we can go ahead and make a deposit. Okay. Make a deposit and you begin your investment plan. So we already know how to make a deposit, so we won't be going through that route anymore. So what we clicked on the other end was simply maybe later, because we're not ready to make any deposits. All right. So right here, I am on my own account. I decided to use this because I am already activated on this account. I have made some deposits. I bought some shares, and then I'll quickly show us exactly how we could buy shares on this account without having the problem that we're facing on the other account, because that was a brand new account, so to say. So before you can begin to do any buyings of any shares, you need to make some deposit, and I already showed us exactly how to do that. So here we'll just quickly run through how we could buy shares, so to say. So here you can see the various stocks. You can see my stocks. These are stocks that I have bought. I bought Amazon stock. I bought Meta, which is Facebook. I bought Tesla. These are some stocks that I am eyeing, in quotes, some stocks that I am keeping a watch list for, which I intend to buy later. Okay, so if I want to upgrade my purchase of stocks, I can just simply buy any of these ones. And now that they are down, it's usually the best time to buy, so that once they begin to pick up, you will be in profits. All right. So how do you do that? You can just click on Apple, for instance. For you to buy an Apple stock, all right, for you to buy an Apple stock, you need to have a whopping $190.47, and that's about 150,000 in naira. Okay, roughly that amount. But I probably may not, like an average Nigerian, may not have this kind of money to part away with just like that, except if you have some millions stored somewhere. Okay, but if you don't, you can still go ahead and make a purchase of as little as 5,000 portion of shares. Okay, just to keep there and keep it growing. And what do you do by doing that? You simply click on buy. Once you click on buy, it asks you, do you want to buy now, or do you want to buy when the price decreases further than now, or do you want to buy when the price increases? Of course, you can either buy now because the price is already down, or you can buy when the price decreases. You don't want to buy when the price increases because you were buying at a costlier price. All right. So I can say buy now, for instance. And then here we are. It will ask me how much shares do I want to buy. I'll just be clicking and playing around with the dollar figure until I get the equivalent of what I want to buy in naira. Let's say I want to buy 5,000 worth of shares in naira. Already I have been told by the Bamboo app that $1 is about 790 naira. Okay, so I'll make that calculation. 5,000 divided by 790, whatever that gives me, I'll punch that in. So let's just say roughly that gives me, let's just say, I haven't done the calculation. Let's say that gives me about $20, or no, that gives me about, let's say $7. How much is that? Yeah, roughly about that price. $7. All right. So I'll be buying $7 worth of Apple share. Remember, 1 unit of Apple share is about $190. So you can break that down, whatever percentage of that unit that $7 gives you, that is what you are entitled to. And of course, if you keep this permanently and it keeps growing, you'll be surprised how much it will yield in, say, 10 years time, say 20 years time. And of course, if you have more as you keep earning, you can keep topping it up until perhaps you are able to make it or top it up to the equivalent of 1 unit of that Apple share. And that becomes 190, or maybe before then it may have increased. You never can tell, because stocks keeps increasing and decreasing as time moves on. All right, so once I choose $7, it asks me to preview the buying. Okay, you can see, even though I do not have sufficient balance at this moment, it will also ask me to make a deposit. All right, but this is basically how you can buy shares. Okay, once you click on make a deposit, it takes you through the process. You make a deposit, you preview the buying, and then you buy eventually. All right, so once you buy the stock, it then adds it up to, let's go back to home section. It adds it up to my stock. You begin to see that stock right under this section, my stock. And then you can always see how it's increasing or decreasing. Like presently, Meta, which is Facebook, just added another feature, which I will call another platform altogether, but they merged it with Instagram as at the time of recording this video. Meta released Threads. All right, it's a new feature altogether, and people are already hyping Threads here and there, and because of that, the stock is going up at the moment. Okay, and that's why you can see that while others are showing red, Meta is showing green because of the new feature that was implemented recently. Okay, so this is how you get to know trends that is happening. Once you see something new happening in a particular company, just suspect that it may shoot up the stock of that market. So if you don't have, you may want to use that opportunity to invest in the stock. And like you can always pull out your money at any time of your choice. Okay, provided it's not in a fixed deposit. All right. So this is basically all you need to know. And whenever your stock is doing well or doing poorly, you always see a summary of them right in this section. So presently, all my stock and everything I have as far as investment is concerned on this platform, is worth about $45. And I hope to increase it today or tomorrow. Never can tell. Okay, so you want to buy more stock, you just need to increase the amount you have in your portfolio. Now, another thing you want to know is the portfolio section. Portfolio is just about what you have in totality of your stock. So if you click on this section, portfolio breakdown, it gives you a breakdown of how your money has done over time. I really cannot remember how much I invested, all right, so far in this stock, because I did this for roughly about say some months back now. Okay, so if I click on portfolio breakdown, it gives me a breakdown of how my money has done over time. Okay, you can see portfolio return. Portfolio means the total money you have invested in this app, how much it has generated over time. As you can see right here, it generated 23%, 23.20%, and that's about $13. Okay. However, my buying power is about 0.42. Okay, and my withdrawable cash is still 0.42. Of course, very small, because when I started, I just deposited a few naira. I don't even think it was up to 20,000 if I'm not mistaken. But then this is what it is at this moment, and then it keeps growing like that. Okay, it keeps growing, and this is basically all you need to do or know. So if you want to withdraw your cash, of course, from the bank accounts you integrated when you were creating an account from the beginning, your local bank account, which you integrated, that is where you'll be receiving your money if you make any withdrawal from Bamboo. So if you click on transfer to Bamboo wallet, okay, it will ask you how much you want to transfer. Of course, it will also show you right here how much you can actually transfer. You can see withdrawable cash. So how much you can actually transfer, that's what it is there. So you impute how much you want to transfer here, which is 0.42 as at this time of recording this video. which is about 324. Of course, I do not even intend withdrawing such an amount. I intend keeping it for a longer period of time, and in fact invest more so that it can yield more, because truth about investment is the more money you invest, the more money you make, and that's it. Okay, so this is basically how you can withdraw your money. Once you're done, click on transfer and your money will be converted to the appropriate currency and sent into the bank that you have linked to your account. All right, so that is that about this platform. Other things that you may want to know is this second icon here, which is the invest icon. We'll simply talk about the investment, which is basically what we have gone through, showing you the featured stock on Bamboo, because every now and then Bamboo always updates their stock records or their stock market. Bamboo is just like a third-party platform, like a broker, an investment broker that helps you purchase stock from the US, because you as an individual may not have what it takes to purchase stock in the US and other countries like that. All right, but Bamboo as a business has the documentations, and they have been given the permits, so to say, to do transactions in the US market. So you as an individual, you are only using their platform to take advantage of these companies and buy shares from them. All right, which is something you cannot do on your own. All right, so that is basically what this platform is all about. You see the different available companies, all right, and then you can choose to buy from them. There are always more, all right, there are more of them. You can just go ahead and choose as many as you want. Okay, also one good feature that Bamboo has for learners, if you don't have any idea about investment at all, you can use this learn feature right here. Bamboo has some features, some very good resources that teaches you about investment. They tell you what Bamboo is, what next to do after you sign up. This is just resources on what you need to know about investment and about the platform itself. All right, if you have a problem whatsoever, you don't know your whereabouts on the app, you can always reach out to them via their support section, which is the help. So once you click on help, it takes you to how you could actually reach out to them. All right, you can see you can either send them a message or read some already answered articles on the frequent questions or answers that has been provided over time. Okay, or if you need them to talk to you personally, you can always leave them a message. All right, but I won't be doing that because I don't have a problem so whatsoever at this point in time of recording this video. Okay, so the last thing is your account. Of course, I won't be clicking on that because that would expose details of my profile. Okay, that is the account section. Right there is where you can play around your details. If your name has changed, you can go ahead and apply for a name change. If you want to change your bank account details, you can go ahead and do that under the account section. Whatever it is that you want to do as far as your application to signing up is concerned, as far as your details in the platform is concerned, you can do that under the account section. All right, at the top edge here, you can also play around. Right under this lens section, you can play around the glossary. You can play around the stock market basics. This is where you get to learn different things about stock, why you should buy stocks and stuff like that. Okay, so generally this is just an overview of how you can make purchase and buy US stock from US companies and other related companies that have been featured on Bamboo. I hope you found this very helpful, even though it's just a crash course on how you could buy investment from US verified or accredited platforms or companies. All right, so if you found this helpful, you may want to subscribe to our channel. If you have not, click on the notification icon to toggle on the icon so that you can get helpful and educating videos like this. Also, do well to give me a thumbs up if this was indeed educating as I intended it to be. All right, so thank you very much. I'll be dropping the link where you can download the application right on the comment section, the description of this video, and then the referral code as well will be at that description. And I'll see you in another video. Thank you.